Peace and blessings, y'all. In this corner box at 24. Good evening, good evening. How's everyone doing this evening? Hope everybody's doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good on this side as always. God is great, God is good, and I definitely can't complain. So, we're going to just get right into it, all right? Shawn Showtime Porter. He's one of my favorite fighters. Listen, great fighter, fight anybody, strong, quick, resilient, a lot of heart, just an all-around good fighter. Not the best boxer, not the best footwork, but a very good fighter. Okay, Shawn Porter is definitely had a great career, and we salute him for what he did. You know, 275 or more amateur fights. Just a all-around great guy, good fighter, family man. Good relationship with his family, his father. You know, people said, there's nothing you really can say. Jeff Mayweather said it best. He says nothing you really can say bad about Shawn Porter. However, Shawn Porter sometimes could be a little bit much with his analysis of things. And what I'm alluding to right now is him giving Tim Tszyu, who isn't proven yet until he fights Jermell Charlo, giving him all this praise, especially after this last win on Saturday over Carlos Ocampo, who Errol Spence stopped a few years back. Carlos Ocampo, no disrespect, but did we really think Tim Tszyu was going to lose that fight? Absolutely not. He stopped him in the first round on Saturday. Is that really something to get excited about? Really? The guy don't even really know how to punch. He doesn't even throw straight punches. Go watch the fight. It was only one round, but just go watch it. Like his punches was hit like this. Like he don't even know how to punch. I mean, so we're getting excited about a first round stoppage over Carlos Ocampo, who isn't really a top 5 welterweight, junior middleweight, pardon me. Come on, man. Let's be real. So Shawn Porter says that Tim Tszyu has everything on his side right now going into a fight with Jermell Charlo. He has everything stacked on his side, everything for him. The betting odds should be for Tim Tszyu. His confidence should be up here because of this first round stoppage and because his last 2 fights, he beat Tony Harrison, which didn't look like the same Tony Harrison that fought Jermell Charlo twice, but nevertheless, he beat Tony Harrison. So he's giving all this praise to Tim Tszyu, but he's still got to fight Jermell Charlo, which is another level. There's levels to this thing, man. There's levels to this boxing thing, man. There's levels. And, you know, Tim Tszyu, he's helping the cause because he's talking a lot of crap about Jermell Charlo. Jermell Charlo ain't even talking about him. Jermell Charlo is just trying to get his hand right. He's coming off a hand injury while he was training for the Tim Tszyu fight that was supposed to happen at the beginning of this year. He injured his hand, and he's trying to work his way back from that so they could make a date. He really ain't paying Tim Tszyu too much mind. And even in an interview recently that he had, he ain't really saying too much, man, about Tim Tszyu, man. He just want to fight. Because it's all talk until you get in the ring. But Shawn Porter, man, is giving this guy all kind of praise. And then he's saying Jermell Charlo really can't say anything because he hasn't been busy. He hasn't been doing anything. Well, damn. Jermell Charlo fought the average of any fighter. The average is at least 1 fight a year. He did that the last 4 years. From 19, 20, 21, 22. You know what I'm saying? So what are we talking about here? He fought the rematch with Tony Harrison. Then he fought Rosario. Let me back up. He fought the rematch because they gave Tony Harrison the first fight, which Jermell Charlo beat him in that first fight. It was a close fight, but he still won. They gave that win to Harrison, and I believe there was some politics involved with that. So he rematches him. He beats him convincingly. Then after that, he fights Rosario, who's just coming off a big TKO win over Julian Williams. Then he fights Brian Castano in a close fight, and then he rematches him and he stops him. So that's 3 fights in the last 3 years, 2021, 22, because the fight with Tony Harrison was December of 2019. So really, he's fought back to back. So what do you mean he hasn't been busy? When, if it wasn't for this hand injury, the fight with Tim Tszyu would have happened already. See, that's what I'm saying. If you like somebody, just say that. Just say, man, I favor this person, I favor that person, and just keep it on that. There's nothing wrong with that. But when you start making comments that doesn't make any sense and favoring one person and trying to bring down the other person, saying what they can't talk, they can't say this, they can't say, he's an undisputed champion, Shawn Porter. You was never that. You had belts, but you wasn't never even a unified champion. What are you saying? This man is undisputed Jermell Charlo, junior middleweight champion, bro. Let's not forget that. And Tim Tszyu, listen, you in for a fight, bro. You ain't fought nobody like Jermell Charlo. Carlos Ocampo, that's not a good test for Jermell Charlo. Tony Harrison, not trying to make no excuses for him, but he didn't look like the Tony Harrison that fought Jermell Charlo twice. Something wasn't right. I'm just saying. He wasn't even throwing nothing, man. He wasn't even doing anything. Okay, but you beat him. But he's still not Jermell Charlo, though. Jermell Charlo beat him twice and stopped him the last time. So he stopped him before you in a different fashion after already fighting him once and getting jerked. But now you fight Ocampo and you crazy hype, and then you saying Jermell Charlo definitely don't want no problem with you? Man, come on, man. Listen, Shawn Porter, Showtime Shawn Porter, you a good brother, man, but you be real, bro. Keep it real, all right? Keep it real out there, man. I know you got the big, Shawn Porter Way podcast. You're doing your thing, man, but it's always about keeping it real, being real. Okay, we can have our opinion, but we don't just try to downgrade somebody, man, when they have no control over why they're not fighting, man. They ain't got an injury. And the facts is that, again, if he wouldn't have had the injury, they would have fought already. So now that Tim Tszyu has kept himself busy, which is nothing wrong with that, keep yourself busy. But you still got to see the undisputed champion, Jermell Charlo. Okay? Peace and blessings, y'all. In this corner boxing 24. Please subscribe to the page. Please leave your comments. Everybody let me know how you feel about the video. Give me your thoughts, your feedback. Everybody be safe. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Peace.